Sit down, children. Welcome to this session. Today, we are here to revise lesson number 19, our rights and duties. So, first we will see what is Constitution when it was accepted. Our Constitution. Our country was ruled by the British for almost 200 years. After a long and hard struggle, India got its independence from the British on 15th August 1947. So we celebrate this day as Independence Day, isn't it? So our leaders got together to form a government. So one of the first things they did was to make a set of rules. They made a set of rules based on which the government would run. And this set of rules is known as our Constitution. The Constitution was accepted on 26 January 1950 and we celebrate this day as Republic Day. Is that clear, children? So this is the Constitution of India. Children, do you remember we read this during our assembly, isn't it? Our Constitution lays down some important guiding principles that have to be followed by the leaders of our nation. The preamble or introduction to our Constitution describes India as a democratic, socialist, secular republic. So children, what does this mean? Let's see one by one. First is democratic. The people of the country will choose or elect leaders who would form the government. So we choose our leaders by casting our votes, isn't it? So the people of the country will choose or elect leaders who would form the government. This kind of government is called a democracy. Thus, our country is no longer ruled by the kings. So once it was ruled by the kings. If the people are not happy with the elected leaders, they can be removed from their posts. Next is socialist. What is socialism? This means that all the people in the country will be treated as equals, irrespective of their caste, creed, religion. Okay, the government will not differentiate between people on the basis of their caste, religion or any other way. So this is known as the principle of socialism. Next is secular. What is secularism? This means that all the people in the country would be free to follow whatever religion they want. This is known as the secularism. So in India we have so many religions. So all the people in the country, they are free to follow whatever religion they want. Is it clear, children? Next is republic. So children, what is republic? This means that our head of the state is elected by the people. That is, we elect our head or leaders. and India is headed by an elected president. Children, do you know who is the president of India? Just view the picture. He is Mr. Ramnath Kovind, the president of India. So India is headed by an elected president, unlike Britain, whose head of state is a hereditary monarch. So children, what is hereditary monarch? Hereditary means something that is passed on from parent to child. What is monarch? Monarchy means the state is ruled by a king or a queen. The monarchy is hereditary means that is when the monarch dies, his or her child becomes a ruler. Is it clear? Our next topic is our fundamental rights. The Constitution of India gives its citizens certain fundamental rights. If anyone feels that his or her fundamental rights have been denied, he or she can approach a court of law. Some of the important rights are right to equality. It means everybody is treated as equal. Right to freedom of speech. We can speak freely without any fear. We can give our opinion. Right to follow any religion. Here we can follow whatever religion we want. Right to justice. Right to live and travel anywhere in the country. You have right to live anywhere and you can travel anywhere you want. Right to choose our profession. So we have different professions, isn't it? So we can choose whatever profession we want. Right to free and compulsory education for all children up to the age of 14. However, these rights are not absolute and the government may take certain measures like reserving jobs or seats in colleges for the backward and poorer sections of society for their upliftment. Next is our duties. Duties always come along with the rights. Some of our duties as citizens of India are as follows. First one, we must follow the rules laid down by the Constitution. So whatever the rules we have to follow. We must honor the national flag and national anthem. We must help to keep our country united. We must defend our country at the time of danger. We must protect our national property. We should not damage it, isn't it? We must protect our environment. We must treat all Indians as equal. Next is directive principles. Our Constitution lays down certain guidelines for the government to follow for the welfare of the people. What is welfare of the people? That is well-being of the people. Housing, food, safety. Okay. Some important guidelines are given as follows. Providing proper living conditions for all citizens. They should get food, shelter and pure water to drink. Good water to drink. Providing work for everyone. So everyone should be employed. Ensuring that some people do not become rich by exploiting others. Improving the conditions of weaker sections of society, such as those belonging to the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Next is words to remember. Government, a body of people that governs or rules a country. Constitution, written rules according to which a country is run by the government. Republic, a country ruled by elected leaders rather than by a king or queen. Democracy, kind of government where people vote to elect leaders who run the country. Hereditary, something that is passed on from parent to child. Socialism, principle of treating all the people in a country as equals. Secular, where all religions are treated as equal. So children, with this we complete our revision. So children, start preparing for your exams. Okay, thank you.